Hey, it's Jen Bengal from Out of This World Literacy. Thanks for hopping on this quick video and learning all about some get to know you surveys that you can use with your students at the beginning of the year. Building relationships at the beginning of the year with your students will be huge in how well they perform with the standards and skills you need to teach with them. So I hope you enjoyed these free get to know you surveys. First thing we're going to talk about is a very simple form that I've created for free for you that's called a get to know you survey. There's several questions on these surveys, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to use with your students. But the reason why they matter is teachers can ask to get to know their students' likes, dislikes, hobbies, and interests. And I'm sure you've done this, especially helpful for building trust with older readers who may struggle academically but thrive in other areas. So this is what I would say to the students. And I know this is a lot of language. I'm just going to read through it really quickly, but these are the directions to the students. And now these are especially older readers who are struggling. You want to find their interests outside of just reading because you want to find out, hey, if they like horses, you're going to pull some books in about horses, right? Or some magazines and so on. So this says, I want to get to know you not just as a student, but as a person. Your interests, strengths, and preferences matter and help me make our time together more meaningful. Take a few minutes to share what makes you, you. Your answers will help me better understand how to support you in reading, writing, and everything in between. The more I know about what motivates and matters to you, the better we can learn together. This is a chance for me to learn more about what you like, how you learn, and what helps you feel successful. There are no right or wrong answers, just be honest. So this is a great thing you can read to the students if it's a lot for them to read, but the directions are on the top of the page. I've broken into 4 different pages and only 4 questions on each page, so it's not overwhelming for the students so much to look at. The questions on this first page are just general interest questions that you're going to want to know about your students. So what do you like to do when you're not in school? What is something you could spend hours doing and never get bored? If you had a whole weekend to yourself, how would you spend it? And you can see I broke it between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which I thought would be interesting to see what the kids say. And what is a hobby or activity you enjoy that most people don't know about? This is just a general interest, get to know the students. You're also going to get to know their handwriting, their reading skills, and so on and so forth. The next question page that you can use as an option is all about media and entertainment. So what are 2 of your favorite TV shows and movies? What do you spend the most time doing on your phone? What do you like to play do you like to play video games? And if so, which ones? What apps and websites do you enjoy the most and why? The third page is school preferences. So what's your favorite subject in school? Why? What subject or activity do you wish you could do more of? What is something at school that feels frustrating or boring to you? This is going to be a good one to really dive into their negative attitudes towards. Do you prefer working alone, with a partner, or in a group? And then the last page is about personal motivation, and this is really going to be telling for you with their answers. What is something you're really good at? What is something that you are working to get better at? If a teacher really wanted to help you, what would they need to understand about you? That's a tough question. We'll see the interesting answers you get with that one. And what motivates you to keep trying, even when something is hard? So these 4 pages are going to be included in your free download, and they're going to cover just basic get to know you questions. They're not specifically geared towards a literacy skill like reading or writing. We're going to get into that in a different section, but they're really just going to get you an idea of where these kids are at, what they're interested in. Another thing I did as a teacher when I had my own classroom in 4th grade and 5th grade is we did Monday morning meetings where we would get in a squircle on the carpet. It was a square/circle. We called it a squircle. And so everyone could see each other. And we would just go around the room and we would do one good thing, one bad thing from the weekend. And all of the kids would tell me one good thing that happened on the weekend and one bad thing that happened. Like they didn't get to go somewhere or they had to go to bed early. And they just shared whatever they wanted to share. And as they were sharing, each person one at a time, I was writing down on a clipboard their good thing and their bad thing. And I think that's really powerful because as I'm writing it down, they're seeing like, whoa, Miss Bengal really cares about what I'm saying here. She wants to remember it. And I'll tell them that directly. Sometimes I'll be taking notes on things you share with me because I don't want to forget the important things in your life because your important things are my important things and they matter to me. So when your students see you actually writing down their words that they're articulating orally, it shows them that their voice matters and you care and you want to remember that. And so I would just document what each student was saying, and then I kept that in an anecdotal binder, and it was like my Monday morning binder. It took us about 15 minutes every Monday morning, but it was totally worth it for me because I got so used to knowing what my students were kind of gonna their patterns. Like I knew one of my students was a hockey player, so it was always something about the hockey games over the weekend, right? And they got to know each other too, because this is an opportunity for them to listen to each other and get to see each other outside of just what their group project is or what they're working on. So it was a really powerful way to build a classroom community. Also helped me just get to know them. I highly recommend doing that morning meeting. Can't do it every day because there's not enough time in the day, but that was definitely a great thing. I hope you enjoy these free get to know you survey downloads that you can see in the description below. You'll also see a link to get to my resources that are marked half off when you use the code BACK at checkout. You'll get all of my back to school get to know you resources in this one amazing bundle for half off when you use that code BACK at checkout. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks!